Hi, my name is Linda. Welcome to this episode, our current episode of Wisdom from a Bathroom Stall.
And I'm Darcy, her sidekick.
Yeah, sidekick. Oh, funny. What's new? What's new with you?
So I told you guys a little while ago we were opening a studio, and last night we had our my son actually has opened a studio, but I get to hang out and be like studio mom or something like that. Anyway, yeah, we had our grand opening last night. It was fun. I want to thank everybody that came and the new people we met, and shout out to Bumbling Fools Meadery. They're on site as well, and so they were really cool and put our signs up and whatnot. I hear they have some really awesome mead. So that's what's new, and that's like really new.
So where's it at?
2010 East Hennepin Avenue, Minneapolis.
Yeah, you can't miss the building because there's a big red stacked 2010.
Yep.
But your studio entrance is around the back, right?
Yeah, we're in building 3. They have all the buildings
they are
numbered. Yep. So it's an old General Mills facilities, and they had different buildings for a lab and stuff like that,
where they were creating cereals, which is fun. And we went yesterday, and if you walk through the building, you'll see some really cute like remnants of old cereal box references, old flower references, and that's just stuff people have hanging on their doors to cover their windows. Because I don't know, maybe a little background on what goes on in this building would help.
So it's art studios. The building next to us, they make bread. Oh my God, it smells so good. It's just, they make bread, so they have bread trucks and stuff. There's the Meadery, where they make mead and have a lot of fun there and play trivia and all kinds of stuff. Oh gosh, so right below us, I believe, or down in the first level, basement level, there's this just wonderful woman that she spins and she dyes her own yarn, and she's just really cute and a happy person, so we got to meet some new people.
And you guys have a loom.
We have a loom. Yes, we do.
If you're not familiar with the area, or like Minneapolis in general, which tends to lean way more towards the artsy crowd than St. Paul does. And
we have Art of Whirl. That's, I believe, is in March, I think. I'm not sure, but we'll be doing stuff for that.
But this whole building, after General Mills left, became it's all like sectioned off to be studios, and it was really intended for the art community or creative community to rent out and to use. And so you guys opted to do a studio. So you will rent out space.
You can come and rent space. You can come for a day, a week, you can go as far as you want, even a year. You can pay up ahead of time to have a desk and a place to go to do your art.
There's some materials there.
We have a lot of materials, but certainly bring your own. We also will be hosting teachers to do classes and workshops, and
the variety that you're looking at is, like I said, you have a loom, and you have yarn there. You have a lot of yarn.
Oh my gosh, we have so much yarn.
You have a sewing machine?
We'll have 2 or 3 sewing machines.
And there's a bunch of thread there.
A lot of thread, yes.
Painting supplies.
Some
general
canvases. We have the art paper. We have stuff to do mixed media. We have, I believe we will be having screen printing. We have supplies for screen printing.
I don't even know where you can do a small. You could do like a 9x12 Sorry, screen printing's my blood.
Oh, that's
It's been my career for 40 years. So yeah, that's interesting.
It'll be smaller things.
But the point is there's a variety, a huge variety. We do have a Facebook page.
We do. We have a Facebook page.
And you're going to put that link on.
Musecraft Studios. Yes.
And there's a group called 2010 Art Block.
Yeah, there is. And we're going to get on that. And we also have a presence on Blue Sky, Musecraft Studios. So
if you have any questions, certainly post something for Darcy on our page, our YouTube page.
Yeah.
And she'll do her best to answer you. But check it out. The website's still under construction.
Yeah, it'll be up within the week.
Okay.
Definitely.
But it sounds like there's a lot of great things there, a lot of opportunity, suggestions, maybe.
Opportunity to build community. The people that I have met that are in the buildings are just so friendly. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful community.
I think some great exposure to other things, but the nice thing is you don't have to go out. If you want to try something different, like you want to try painting, you don't have to go out and buy all the supplies.
Right.
You don't have to go and clear a big space in your house. You want to try something?
Yep.
This is the way to try it.
Exactly.
And if it's not your bag, try something else.
Yep.
But I think everybody should try to see if they have any artistic abilities that they like, that they're happy with.
Yeah.
That does bring some joy into their life as a hobby or as a business, for that matter.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Come and explore.
That is awesome.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alrighty.
For me, unfortunately, my biggest news of late is that my mom passed away. It's been an interesting ride, and I think, my mom lived alone in an apartment, just a senior apartment, not assisted living or anything like that. She had COVID a little over a year ago, and when she got out of the hospital, she was on oxygen full time. Even though the doctor said she probably didn't need it, her oxygen would drop pretty significantly when she moved around at all, and it made her nervous to not be on it. Anyways, I think we missed some signs that were either residual from long COVID, which is what she was diagnosed with too, or just she was 91.
That's
some things may have been going on that were leading to her demise regardless. And we didn't recognize the little things because it wasn't constant. But she did start falling down a lot, and she was losing her strength, and she ended up in transitional care, and then we looked for an assisted living place, and this place was really nice. It had just been remodeled. She was only there for 3 weeks. She only got the opportunity to enjoy it for a few weeks before she passed. But really a shout out to the folks at New Perspectives, which is where she was at for assisted living. And they were, in my estimation, they were fantastic. You hear all these horror stories about places, and they were like the total opposite of that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And they went above and beyond. There were things, she was in hospice program for the last week or so, maybe a little less. And there were things that they didn't have to do. It wasn't part of their responsibility. They could have moved her out of her room, and they didn't do any of that. They allowed her to stay in a regular assisted living room, and it made the transition easier, I think, all around.
Right.
And as hard as it is to lose a parent, I didn't think I was gonna cry. I am grateful for my brothers and sisters. We all worked together really well. I was the only one who probably stirred the pot a little bit on something, but it was just a passionate plea for my mom. And we all got to be with her for the last several days, and we would all sit in her little tiny assisted living apartment, and people got to stay overnight towards the end there. It was a chance to really bond again in a way that you don't do when you've become adults and you move out and you start your own lives. And so that was really nice. But you have people to grieve with, and grief for me isn't just being sad. I think it's important to note that anybody who brings you so much in life, like a mom or a friend or a sibling, that you want to grieve them. And you will miss them for the rest of your life. I think grief may be the opposite of happiness, but it is the result of that. And you will never grieve that hard for people who don't mean that much in your life. So if you want those connections, and you want meaningful experiences in your life, grief is a part of it. And let it roll. Just let it happen the way it needs to happen. And it is not the same for everybody. I do believe my mom is in a better place. I wholeheartedly believe my mom is in a better place. So, and at some point we may discuss some things associated with senior care. It was a real eye-opener about how all this works and how difficult it really is to navigate it. And my siblings are a group of really, really smart people. And when you can start stumping them a little bit on how something works, I say it's probably too complicated or there's too many hoops to jump through. But I don't actually want that to be a sad tale. I love my mom. I miss my mom. I love my dad. I miss my dad. He died a few years ago. It is what you get out of life. And she was 91. So
91 is a good.
So she had a long run. I would have taken her for a little bit longer, but that's the way that it goes. On to gardening. What do you have for us in our first official real episode this year of gardening?
I have stuff.
I guess you're supposed to all remain seated while she gets back to us.
Yes, remain seated. Don't move. Okay, this is so cool. This is an experiment I'm going to try.
I thought you were going to drink that.
No, I stole it. I stole it from Mark, and he doesn't even know I have it.
Oh.
Okay, so these little doohickeys are so cool. And I'll put pictures up and everything. But these go onto these bottles. So you put the bottle upside down, and it has water in it. Say it has water in it with nutrients. You put this on.
So you fertilize your water when you fill the bottle?
Yep. Okay. There's nutrients you use. Imagine there's a container under here. And
okay, done.
What are we doing? We are growing sprouts.
Is that what we're doing, or am I making a mess?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to read where
you're trying to clean up my mess.
No.
So yeah, and then you have little clay, like little balls that are clay, and so the water goes into that. You put your seeds over these little clay pebbles, and sprouts grow, and they are so very nutritious.
Because of the clay and the nutrients in the
because of the little sprout veggies.
Okay.
So there are
the veggie.
Yeah, they're veggie sprouts. You can do broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, all kinds of sprouts. You put them, clip them, and you don't like. You just.
If you let them continue to grow, what would happen?
They'd get big. But
no, but they're not actual like broccoli.
But they are. Yes.
I'm so confused.
They're broccoli sprouts. And that is when they have so much nutrition.
So that's what you would throw on, like, if you want a salad, you want some real nutrition.
Sandwiches.
Your micronutrients.
Hey,
I figured that out.
Look at you. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to be doing, like, for the rest of January and February and probably forever. So these came from a gentleman, and his name is Mike VanDuzee, and he has a podcast and videos, like on YouTube videos. His video or his YouTube channel is called Keep On Growing, and he tells you how to do hydroponics, just all kinds of things for growing. That's amazing. And he teaches you how to do it with just everyday items and at a really low cost. So I suggest you head on over there too and check him out. So
you'll do a link for Mr. VanDuzee?
I will do a link for Mr. VanDuzee, and those videos are fun too. And and then I will keep track of how my sprouting
Post
adventure
your
goes.
pictures when you start this.
I will post pictures.
Oh, yeah, because the whole clay thing interests me. Like how you set that up.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm excited.
That's cool.
And I mean, this year I really want to go big on gardening indoors and out. And yeah,
Cool.
I'm excited. Also, it's January, okay? And people are now starting their winter sowing of seeds. And I'll be starting that too, which I try to do every year.
For spring plants?
For spring plants, yeah.
Okay, so when do you start that? Because I want to do that.
Oh, okay. Like, okay, next week, let's get together.
So you start now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So, okay, you will post a list of things you can do that with, please?
I will.
For my venture that I'll be working on at least for a couple episodes, 2 or 3, I went in and I put in sort of an imaginary income number for SNAP. So that it would put us like at or almost at the very bottom of what we would qualify for. And the goal was to see if we could eat within that budget, which ends up being $90 a week. And I'm going to tell you, I surf a lot of Facebook stuff, and it's a way to research what people think. And of course, negativity is the loudest voice out there. But I've seen people say, I only get $50 in SNAP, and someone will say, I have 4 kids, and my in-law lives with me, and I could make that work. And I say, no, you can't. Unless you're utilizing food shelves and things like that, which is certainly an option. But my goal was not everybody has access to a food shelf or other places like the churches and the even the little free kitchens or a grocery store. Not everybody has access to ready access to all of these things.
Yeah, there are food deserts.
So what I wanted to do was this is what I've got. So it's our choice on how we figure out how to spend it. And I didn't have a lot of exceptions to what I would buy. So for example, I'm making chili. Well, I have some of this stuff at home. If I had it at home, I still take the money out for that.
Right.
Because I already have it, but I still have to pay for it.
Yep. As
if we had nothing really here but salt and pepper. And olive oil. I think that's the only thing I haven't counted.
Right.
If I make chili, I took out for chili powder, cayenne pepper, garlic salt, ground oregano, the beans, the hamburger, the whole bit, the tomato sauce, the diced tomatoes, everything. I took out for everything. So what typically I would say would be a cheap meal, really, if I make chili, I usually have that stuff on hand. I usually have my pantry stuff stocked. So normally if you had that, you would buy beans. You'd buy your hamburger. Maybe onions if you needed them, but usually I have them. So I have to be conscious of that. So we're not going out to eat. We're not getting fast food. We are eating every meal at home.
Wow.
We're going out to eat a lot. It's just the 2 of us. It's always been just the 2 of us. We do whatever we want. And so there's none of that, and we've stuck with that. We are getting all of our food from the grocery stores. There's an Aldi that opened up near us, so we're testing some stuff from there. Their fruits and vegetables that we've tried so far are really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know, we just haven't had an opportunity to try a whole lot from them, but mostly fruits and vegetables, and they've been good. So we're trying to eat healthier, stay within this budget, eat at home. Oh, I did buy the big carton of the Happy Farms yogurt, and I really like it.
Oh, good.
That's what I have at work for lunch.
Yeah.
I have that and fruit for lunch. So healthy eating.
That's
trying to get away from preservatives. So we're trying to combine all this, and can you do it?
Yeah, you can.
So we'll report back on that. But for right now, I'm a little sketchy on whether we're going to make the month or not. But
it might take some practice, but I bet you could.
If you are low income but you want a treat, or and you can only choose between so many things.
Right.
First, what's available to you, and if you have kids want to be like every other kid. And so one of the things I was looking at was the cost of apples. They're all between $3.50 and $4 a pound, typically. And I had checked the price of apples and picked up a few, and we kept walking. We were in the bakery aisle, and I looked at the price of cupcakes, just like 6 cupcakes. And it was cheaper to buy bakery decorated cupcakes than it was to buy 4 or 5 apples.
Oh my God.
So, most kids, maybe not all, are gonna pick a cupcake over an apple.
I would.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So you give your kid something after a meal. Should be an apple. You'd hope it would be a piece of fruit or something like that, or as a snack. And why does it end up being a cupcake?
Yeah.
Because it's more affordable? It shouldn't be that way.
So
one of the new things we wanted to add, and we will probably throw one out there every week, that's the goal, is a battle of the artists. I didn't know what to call it. That was Darcy's name for it because I like it. It's not just a band, it could be a solo artist. And it's not to say one is better than the other. I'm just always interested in what people think about music. So this week is Simon and Garfunkel versus Hall and Oates. So tell me your favorite. Maybe tell me your favorite song and why it's your favorite song from them. Or, if you aren't familiar with either one of them, take a few minutes, check out some of their music, see if you like it. Maybe you'll learn a love for a new artist in doing this. So that'll be on the YouTube page.
And also on our Facebook page.
Yeah, so you guys let us know what you like.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That will be. Yeah, you always... So every time you do this on Facebook on your personal stuff, what's funny is every time it's like, but I like both of them. How do you pick one?
Oh yeah,
I like both of them.
and it is usually artists that I like both of them.
Yeah.
And I try to go for artists that are at least kind of in the same lane,
right,
or very similar to each other. The idea was to make it difficult intentionally.
It is, because it's like, well, this song is my favorite from this one, so it's fun.
But usually, if you like Hall and Oates, especially their earlier stuff, you might like some stuff from Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh yeah.
And vice versa. Is it John Hall? I mean, he really changed a lot.
Oh my
he's still
gosh,
doing tremendous music.
Yeah, and he's got these videos where he's got all these different artists coming, and they're all playing together, and it's just fun.
Yeah, he's definitely got the soul background. Yeah, he was the white soul guy.
Yeah,
so that's cool. Simon and Garfunkel. Paul Simon, on his own, has had such a long career. And he's a very social conscious artist. Yeah. So he's interesting to listen to, both their stuff together and then him alone. But I think Garfunkel had such a fantastic voice.
Yeah.
Paul Simon, great songwriter and great at emoting. And he has a good voice. I just think Garfunkel's voice was better. He may not have the same message though.
Right. I don't know. Both of them are good. Both of them.
But I think why we like an artist isn't always tied to just their voice.
Right.
Or Bob Dylan wouldn't have such a following.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That'll be fun.
So that does take us to Finding Barry Gibb. And this one...
Wouldn't even show me.
She doesn't know what it is.
I don't.
And I like it like that, because then her surprise is genuine.
Yeah.
And this was a suggestion from Max.
Oh, okay.
And when I do these, I try to take a harder route. I could take an easy route with this and connect it in probably 4 steps or less. But I don't like to do that. His suggestion was John F. Kennedy. And so this is what I came up with. JFK, through a lot of his school years, he went to school with a guy by the name of, I'm not going to say his last name right, I'm guessing Kirk Lemoyne, but he went by Kirk Lemoyne Billings. He went by the name Lem Billings, and he was JFK's best friend. The guy even held himself back a year so they could graduate from a school together. And then they went to the same schools. They graduated together. They traveled together after school through Europe, I think. And then they both joined the service, but Lem Billings had such bad vision, he had to join a different type of thing that didn't care about his vision. And JFK went into the Navy, I believe. So, and then when JFK was elected, Billings had his own room at the White House. They were such good friends. He was over there all the time. So he ended up being friends with the family. He would play escort. He would fill in. He would go stump for him to get votes. During the election process, they were pretty much inseparable.
So they were like brothers.
They were best friends.
Yep.
And the thing about this is Billings was gay. And nobody really had an issue with it there. And I think he came out early compared to a lot of other people. There was another friend that Lem Billings got to know pretty well, who was also a very good friend of JFK. Maybe not the same, but good. And his name was Gore Vidal. Yeah, both writers, or so he's a writer. And he was friends with JFK. But him and Lem Billings were not friends. They did not get along. With Gore Vidal saying Billings was Kennedy's errand boy. He was really insulting to him and really belittling to him. So that's how those two knew each other, was through JFK. But they were both in the White House a lot together. So they spent a lot of time together even though they didn't like each other. Gore Vidal had a relationship with Truman Capote. That was also really negative. They were both writers and did not like each other at all. And it went beyond belittling.
Goodness.
What was it? Vidal said about, I had to write this down. What did they say? Lamented that Capote was, that he has to breathe every day. Too bad.
God.
Or maybe that's what Capote said about him, because that was it, because then that's right. So Capote said that about Vidal, and Vidal said about Capote's death, good career move.
God.
So they clearly were at odds with each other.
I guess so.
And there's a lot about people that were gay back then, who was outing who was coming out, who was hiding, who portrayed themselves a certain way, and somebody else didn't like it. So there was a lot of fighting behind the scenes within the homosexual group. So I find that interesting, and the more I read about that, the more you find out how fear-based this has been for so long. So anyways, Truman Capote, so writer, he wrote a lot of short stories, and one of them was turned into a Broadway play. And he worked on this with Diane Carroll.
Really?
So they did a collaboration for House of Flowers is what it was called. The play itself didn't go over real well, but the music did. I guess the music hung around. It had some real memorable songs in it, and honestly, I didn't look them up. But this was her first big play, and she would go on. She was a beautiful woman. And did plays, and she won a Tony. She did television. She sang. She was way back in the 70s. People used to do all these talk shows, a lot of talk shows. Merv Griffin, Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson. And they would have a lot of these, not just actors, but they were big into just celebrities in general. What do they call them? Like the socialites.
Yeah.
So Kitty Carlisle, I feel like that would always come on. Diane Carroll, one of her best friends was Dionne Warwick, who was a singer. She had a lot of hits, and one of her biggest hits was Heartbreaker that came out in 1982. And the Bee Gees wrote Heartbreaker.
Oh, they did.
For her.
Okay.
And so that is the connection. But the thing with this is she didn't like the song. She didn't want to do it. She was upset, but said that she would trust their intuitions with this song, and went ahead with it and released it, and it ended up being one of her most popular songs all around the world.
Oh, wow.
Topped some charts, adult contemporary charts here, and all around the world. So they say she was crying all the way to the bank on that one, because she made a lot of money. Barry Gibb did the background vocals on there, which they would do for a lot of artists, different songs. A lot of things that they wrote for other people, they would do background vocals, and some other things. So yeah, that's the tie to the Bee Gees. So it went JFK. Yeah. I know. Like I said, I could have gone an easy route,
right?
But I chose not to.
You went the interesting route.
I certainly thought it was interesting. And another tie from the Bee Gees to JFK, and no one knows if they ever really met, at least not that I could find. But in 1963, there was a song that came out called "In the Summer of His Years," and the only reason I know this came out is about Kennedy. It was released in 1963 with the original artist being Millicent Martin. But when I was trying to look for connections, there is a song also dedicated or about JFK called "In the Summer of His Years" that the Bee Gees did. Okay. It's a wholly different song, and it came out later. It came out in 1968. Okay. And that, I think Robin is the primary vocalist on that one, I believe. And then, of course, in 2023, Barry Gibb was honored at the Kennedy Center, at their 46th, at the 46th annual Kennedy Center honor. Yes. And so that is that. I'm sorry, I took something away from you. So there.
Oh,
there you
cool.
go.
That is a lot of information I did not know.
That's what I love about this.
I already feel smarter.
The world is connected.
It sure is.
Should I ever use my powers for good? I might actually learn something. And so,
that was
just so you know this, who is the most well-known person you know?
I don't know.
Writer?
No.
Singer?
No.
Political?
I met Tim Walz.
I don't know how far that'll get me.
Well, he's known.
But my goal is to connect Darcy to Barry Gibb.
Are you kidding me?
It might take me a while.
Oh my gosh.
I bet I can do it.
Oh, wow.
I think it's going to be more than 6 steps, but I bet I can do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. If I can think of somebody else, I'll let you know.
But I do have an idea for my next one, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it sounds, even to me, like it might be a little daunting.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
But I want to try it.
I like this.
So.
I like it.
So our quote for this episode is, "A life is not important except in the impact that it has on other lives." And that is by Jackie Robinson.
I love it.
And in his day, I think that was an awful charitable thing to say. So,
exactly.
I guess I don't have a lot to say about that one because I think it speaks for itself.
It does. It does. And also, I just want to add, if you're having any kind of problems and you need some help, please reach out, 988 Lifeline. Also, the Trevor Project for ages 13 to 24, and that's for LGBTQ+. 1-866-488-7386, or you can text 678-678. And then there's also a trans peer support service, and that's 1-877-565-8860. We'll also have it posted in the description of our videos.
And on Facebook, our Facebook
And on
page.
Facebook,
It's
yeah.
always pinned. So that's, and I think we really should do something probably a little bit later this year, more in depth on suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Contacts, places you can go, maybe places you could work with or volunteer with. I'd like to dig deeper into that. That's something that's impacted my family a lot, or my husband's family more so. So
Yeah.
look for more on that in the future. Otherwise, I say give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for stopping in.